Welcome to the Bear Pit Pod. We're doing it from a pub that's loud as fuck, so apologies if you can't hear us that well. The lineup has just come out, and it's Grant, Bardsley, Shawcross, Indy, Peters, Juve, Cameron Allen, Ramadan, Berino, Walters for this game. This pod is going to be a before and after, so we're either going to be crying in about 20 minutes, 15 minutes, or we'll be happy as Larry. But for me, Craig,
I can't work
it's
that
like
out.
he's picked it out of a Tombola machine.
Where's Juve playing there? I can't work it out.
Yeah,
so obviously we've got the back of Grant,
Bardsley,
at fullback.
Shawcross, Indy, Peters.
That's sorted. Then I'm assuming it's
Juve on the right, Cameron Allen, Ramadan on the left,
it's
Berahino,
4-4-2.
Walters.
It's 4-4-2, is it?
Unless Walters has suddenly become a number 10, it looks like a 4-4-2.
You know what's annoyed me about that lineup slightly is that I've really cried out for I want to see Crouch and Berahino up front together because I think
small man.
Yeah, they'd really click. And I don't know how in a traditional 4-4-2 Walters has come in ahead of Crouch. I thought Crouch played really well the other day. I'm a little bit gutted about that. I don't know.
Maybe he's a number 10.
Surely not. I mean, I got slated the other day because I suggested that.
You suggested Walters in the line.
I think Walters should play.
Shot down.
I was shot down, but that was purely because Arnie was probably not going to be fit, and I didn't think Shaq would either. So Walters on the wing, fine, but Walters in an up front two. I'm just annoyed it's not Crouch. It's bizarre, confused.
If it is a number 2, if it is a 2 up top though, do you think that Walters should be? If he is playing number 10, fair enough.
Yeah.
Because we need pace up top. We saw what happened at Tottenham when we played Crouch up front, and it was an absolute nightmare.
Yeah.
So if it is John Walters, but if it is a 4-4-2, then I don't understand this decision.
I feel a little bit more comfortable with Walters up front with somebody else. I'm just surprised it's not Crouchy. Also, I keep saying it every time I do a preferred 11. Afellay should start. He's too good to be on the bench, so I truly think that.
Afellay should start?
He just should start, yeah, he's class.
I have to agree with you on that. I mean...
You disagree?
No, I have to agree.
You agree? Yeah.
Afellay is probably one of our best footballers.
I think he's our best footballer,
Technically, he's brilliant. A cut above a lot of other players that we've got. And for me, I don't know why he isn't starting.
I don't get it. I feel he's the perfect away player. With Man City, you've got to be good in tight spaces on the ball, and that is Affelay's game at his peak. I don't know what he's going to do to get back in the team. I'm a little bit confused.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't have done this podcast in a pub with all the games on either, because I'm getting distracted now because the Champions League's kicking off.
Yeah, that's on right. I mean, I've never been in a pub with so many tellies. There must be 20 TVs here, then a massive projector in front of us.
There's a lot of tallies in this pub. There is a lot. Going back to the game, Juice come back into the team. What do you want to see from him tonight? Just he's
just got to work his bollocks off. Yeah, I mean, Juve come on the other day and he didn't really do much apart from getting hit in the face by the ball.
That was so funny.
The ball just squared him right on the nose, and it was quite funny. But Juve gets unfairly criticised, but I think one thing he'll give you, he will work his bollocks off. He'll put a real, I hate the term, but he'll put a real shift in. Mark Cute's gone to Juve, run. Get out there, Juve, and run.
Get out there.
That's what
as Tony would say, work hard.
Work hard, yeah.
Ramadan keeps his place, which I'm glad of.
Definitely.
Brilliant, best player last game.
I couldn't have eulogised him any more on Saturday. It was the best individual performance this season for me. He was so good.
On TV screens now, we can see Saido Berahino's there. What's gone on there? His ball.
His haircut. It doesn't work for me.
And funnily enough, I hopefully am speaking to Saido Berahino tomorrow. I'm going to Copper 90. They set up a little 5 minutes to him. So I'm going to ask him if Bruno Martin's Indy was his inspiration. I will ask that question.
It doesn't work for me, that haircut.
It's strange. I don't like the beard and no hair combo.
No, he looks. When he come on, on Saturday, I thought he looked very, very similar to Mark Steen.
Really?
Yeah, he did.
It's a bold claim.
In terms of his stature, no, not performance. Sorry,
okay.
Physically quite short but quite stocky, and he looked good. He looked a lot sharper on Saturday.
Currently looking at Charlie Adam with a beanie hat on. He would not look out of place with a brown bag with a bottle of alcohol in his hand right now.
I love Charlie Adam. I tell you what, he's great. He's great. Joe Allen as well. I've called for him to be rested a few times recently. I think he looks a little bit knackered. I'm keen to stress not drop, just rested.
Do you think that Whelan deserved to be dropped? I know
no.
Karen Whelan put an angry face on Twitter before the lineups
Well, I
came
agree
out.
with
She
Karen.
always gives that little inside info about
she does.
half an hour before.
You know, I'm with Karen then.
You're with Karen?
Yeah.
You and Karen?
Yeah, me and
you
Karen.
and Karen Ultras.
I'll put an angry face out there as well because I thought he was great against Middlesbrough. I thought he really, really was one of our better players. I'm really confused. This is a typical Mark Hughes out of the hat job. I don't know where this team's come from or landed. It's just weird, isn't it?
I know that Glenn was in an interview that Stoke City Twitter account put out earlier today. I know that Glenn was excited and relishing the chance of playing against his former club, and that's gone now. Unless he comes on.
Mark Hughes up, he went, no, not having that.
Yeah, probably. Mark Hughes is a stubborn guy. There was injury news before this game. Martin's Indy, Onautovic, Shaqiri still wasn't sure. Well, Onautovic and Shaqiri don't make it, but Bruno's there.
Yeah, for the way Bruno went down on Saturday, I thought Man City, no chance, not in a million years. He looked in quite a bad way. I can't believe he's come through because he can't be fully fit. Can't be. I mean, he looked quite bad on Saturday. I read on the Stoke website as well the other day that Shaq was going to be available. And then he's just nowhere.
Some people said he was, and then again, he's not even made the bench tonight.
Here's a question for you, Al.
Go on.
Summer comes in, somebody bids 10 million for Shaqiri, do you take it?
10?
Yeah.
No.
What would you take, Shaq?
20.
Would you?
I'd take 20.
Doesn't play. And then we've lost 2 million.
Yeah, but he's still got that calibre in him, and there's some foolish team who will pay a lot of money. Maybe China, we could probably command 40 or 50 million.
Maybe.
But for me, he's not playing regularly enough. He's injured all the time. I'd happily accept 20 million, and I think we could spend a lot of that money in different places.
Yeah, I think for me, he's just getting more and more frustrating, the Shaq thing. If you're not on the pitch, what use are you? It's such a shame because he's shown glimpses, but it is driving me up the wall.
When he has been playing, when he's fully fit, he's been amazing. There's the game against Hull, Middlesbrough, scoring goals, playing. We've seen what he can do and we've brought Arnie on the pitch at the same time. That's a rare occurrence now. Arnie and Shaq playing together. When they play on the same pitch, they are a great combo, able to switch wings, able to play off each other, and whoever's up top. But it's just not happening regularly enough.
I mean, I kind of agree, but one thing I disagree with slightly is that I don't think Shaq has been consistent when available, as some people make out. You know what I mean? He's obviously scored them great goals and he's had them great moments, but I can think of several games where he's come in and he's been my biggest
ineffectual.
Ineffectual, weak on the ball and losing it in stupid positions. I still can't work him out. I'm none the wiser if Shaq is decent now. For Stoke anyway, or the Premiership, two seasons in. I don't have a clue. I don't know.
Difficult one, real difficult one, because we know the quality's there. Everyone knows the quality.
That's what is annoying. There are glimpses.
Why it's more annoying.
There are glimpses, but it's just so few and far between.
Cameron keeps his place again.
He was great on Saturday.
He was great on Saturday, and it shows what we were missing, really.
Yeah.
That's why we were so eager for him to have him back.
Yeah.
Our favourite Trump-supporting midfielder.
He's a Donald Trump fan.
He's a big Trump fan.
Yeah.
He even did so much as an article supporting.
Yeah, I saw that. I think
didn't go down well with some people.
No, I imagine that.
Probably shouldn't.
Yeah, I imagine that. I remember
but we're not getting into politics.
No,
that's the other podcast.
Yeah, that's political chat, which is rubbish. But when Cameron come in, he was a tad rusty on the ball. His touch wasn't all there, but he more than made up for that with his athleticism. He was great. You know, he's just everywhere. He's really, really come on leaps and bounds this season. It's just a shame he got that little knee injury at the start of the year, wasn't it?
Yeah, my favourite thing about Jeff is he gives regular updates when he goes for a haircut.
Which is always
sometimes
important.
videos on Instagram. Dortmund have just scored as a goal. Aubameyang.
Yeah.
I've had a punt, Craig, and I'm not going to lie, that helps. That helps.
Are you able to stay about your?
Yeah, of course I can.
What happened to you?
I had a bet at the weekend. I was in Prague. £5 fourfold, win both teams to score. Everything in. I'm waiting on Swansea to beat Burnley. 91st minute or whatever it was, Llorente pops up with a
it's his last minute win as well.
Last minute winner, and Hackney wins 1,800 quid
On a stag do.
on a stag
I
do.
mean, you couldn't.
No, I'm not saying where that money went.
No, but you invested it, did you? You put it straight in the bank.
Straight into a bond.
Yeah, I bet you did.
Exactly what happened. Another thing I thought we might see tonight, but I suppose it is way too soon, is I thought we could have seen Butland on the bench.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, Barca have got one as well. That's also good for my bet, Craig. I'm not going to lie. Suarez has grabbed one.
Yeah. So they've got 3 more to go. Now, tell you, we've got it made in here tonight, haven't we?
This should be a Champions League podcast, fuck Stoke.
No. Stoke have got the big projector. That's where they're made.
To be fair, that is a big draw. Stoke have got the big screen, which you not expect when teams like Dortmund, Barca and PSG are on.
I mean, there must be about 25 screens in here. I think Stoke have got 2, but we have got the
biggest
projector.
screen. That's what counts. It's not about the quantity; it's the quality.
Exactly. Yeah. So Jack Butland. I mean, without tempting fate now, it does truly seem that he is back properly now.
That is apparent. We've heard it enough times, but that is apparently his injury overcome. It's healed properly.
Yeah.
It's all good, and he can return to training. There's some Stoke highlights going on.
Just the one.
I say highlights. Yeah, we've only ever scored one goal
Man City
at the ETIHAD.
Goal, yeah.
Let's have a look at the Man City lineup, by the way. So they have got, if internet will load, Aguero up top, Sané, Kevin De Bruyne, Yaya Toure, Jesus Navas. Is that Fernando or Fernandinho?
Fernandinho.
Fernandinho, I think. No, that's Fernando. Fernando, Clichy. Kolarov's the centre back.
Yeah.
Otamendi, Sanya, and Willy Caballero in goal. What scares you most about that team?
I mean, the whole thing.
The whole thing.
It does, really. You know what I mean? Obviously, Aguero's their best player. I don't know, but the biggest worry is that they had a bit of a rusty mid-season, but I feel they're really starting to find the stride again.
They're firing again, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm dreading. You know when Stoke are playing away from home against a decent informed team in the Prem, and you just go into it thinking, I just haven't got any faith here. Without being overly pessimistic for this podcast.
I've got a weird faith tonight.
Have you?
Weird.
A weird win faith or draw faith?
Draw, I'll take fucking anything.
Well,
Craig.
yeah.
I've got a weird not lose 4-0 feeling.
Have you?
Yeah.
Well, that's good, isn't it? So we can still lose.
2 will do me. 2 will do me.
Yeah, I'm just not that optimistic about tonight. I mean, and there's no reason I should be, to be fair. I'm not being pessimistic for the sake of it, but it's a massive task tonight.
For the sake of my bet as well, I've done the dirty thing, you know.
Got for Man City.
I've got Man City win, but both teams score. I think we'll get one.
I mean, if nothing might be win-win, then it.
What's your feelings on betting against your own team?
I don't do it. You know, I don't even bet for Stoke to win by a certain amount of goals.
Because you don't even bet on Stoke to win, never mind bet against.
No, I don't. But I remember there's been a few times I've had Stoke to win like 2-0 or 3-0 or something like that. And Stoke get to that level, they're winning 2-0. Then all of a sudden, part of you is thinking, oh shit, if Stoke score another, my bet's up the wall. And I never want to be in that dilemma. I want Stoke to win and batter any team. So I don't like to bet against Stoke.
Yeah.
Well, bet on Stoke full stop. I can help
Just
it.
don't bet.
No, not
Do you bet at all?
Not really.
If any bookmakers listening, we will take sponsors for this podcast. If you're paying well.
You know what? One bet that does spring to mind is I had my last ever Stoke bet this, and I probably should have gone, but I had Stoke to beat Liverpool 2-0 about 5 seasons ago, and Ken Wyn-Jones scored in the last minute to make it 2. Do you remember that?
Which game?
I won an 80 quid. So I had Stoke to win 2-0. We were winning 1-0.
Who against?
Liverpool.
Oh, yeah,
About 5 years ago. I think Walter scored in the first half. Or Fuller scored. And
At home?
Yeah, at home, and Kenwyn scored the last minute and I won 80 quid. And for some reason I've never bet
Did you do a
since.
backflip?
Probably. But I've never bet since.
Why? You were winning.
I don't know. I thought I'll quit while I'm ahead. I won't invest any of my profits back into betting.
We have got James Alcott next to us. I think I'm going to get him on. James Alcott of Ball Street. James, you're coming on the pod. I've decided.
Oh, right.
Pull this closer.
I'm off the clock, mate.
You're off the clock, but you can do this.
When are we going to be invited on it properly?
Whenever you want.
What's
mate.
this thing? If it's a pod, why is
This
there
is
a video?
filming us. We do video too.
Okay.
But we want to ask you, because we do this for every guest, so before we cut off for the game,
Right.
I want to ask you, first, best, worst memory involving Stoke.
First.
best, worst.
For those that
We
don't
do with
know,
every
Jay,
guest.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
QPR
cool.
fan.
Right, first, Jerry Taggart taking on Mark Bircham and losing.
Oh, battered him. That him round the bloody throat.
Who won the game? Who won the game? And he got sent off.
all right,
He won
all
the
right.
Lack of
fight.
professionalism.
Right, don't do the rest.
So what was the second one?
First, best, worst. So your best memory against us?
Right, best, Jibril Cisse, 89th minute in a home game that we needed to win
Yeah.
to stay
I
up.
remember
It was
that.
actually the goal that kept us up. The next game was that Man City game everyone talks about with Aguero and all that.
Worst.
Worst is seeing a journeyman footballer, but a gentleman of a footballer, getting physically abused from his own goal. Simon Royce was in goal, went to go get his towel at the end of the game. Some 14-year-old or whatever, some kid decided to attack him through the net. That is my worst.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I
Yeah.
remember that.
I think we either drew 1-1 or we might be
you
in.
won. I think Bangora scored, but you beat us 2-1.
Sammy
Bangora
Bangora. He's
scored.
still not been found.
Craig used to rave about Sammy
Well, he was,
Bangor.
He was
scored
amazing,
like
mate.
8 and 8 or something.
Yeah.
didn't
I'm
he?
sure he did. Right, the game is kicking off. Thank you for James. If
Great
you
touch for a big lad.
Great touch for a big lad. This is our podcast. We've plugged it many a time before, but we will again. We will see you after the game where we're hopefully not in tears.
No, fingers crossed. I mean, yeah, I'm optimistic.
Still be playing.
Probably crying. See you after. Right, we are live.
What a game,
Bit.
Barcelona PSG.
I don't know what you're on about because we didn't even watch a shred of that, did we, Craig? We've managed to get a point at the Etihad.
We have, yeah.
We didn't score any gols. We've still, as it stands, we've only scored one goal, Mamadou, at the Etihad. We're currently watching Ryan Shawcross and Berrino do a post-match interview. But even though it's been not a board draw because we found it quite exciting, we've managed to grind out a point. We've had chances. We had chances to win it.
We did. I think we were the better team. I think up until the last 10 minutes, 15 at most, we limited them. I think they had a few little chances at the end, but I think we deserved to win that, and we certainly didn't deserve to lose it. I thought it was a great performance. And I'm just delighted we've not capitulated against a big team.
It's not a 4-0.
Yeah, it's just nice not to get battered 4-3, 4-5-0 against a decent side. And even if we'd have lost 1-0 today, even 2-0, the performance was finally better. Much improved on it. It's wicked.
And we're doing the Bear Pit. The podcast is going on at the same time as this live stream that we're doing on Facebook. So we're going to read some of your comments as well. Louis Port said we should have won. John Stevens
agree,
says
yeah.
great result.
Yeah.
Molly Kelly, so happy with the point. Kyle Fitzpatrick says, "Where was that defence at White Hart Lane?" Do you think a lot of this? Do you think a lot of this tonight was down to the change in formation, the 4-4-2?
Yeah, well, I think it was a bit of both. I think part of it was the players didn't want to be in that position again. They've obviously got slated in the media for that 4-0 Tottenham defeat. Hughes has set up the team to make sure that doesn't happen again, and it's not. And I think, yeah, a bit of both. A bit of mentality from the Tottenham game, and the 4-4-2 worked brilliantly. We were so good today. Really, really happy with
A
that.
lot of people really loving the 4-4-2, and to sort of see the 4-4-2 develop, do you think that Berrino would work better with Crouch in there? Looking at the match stats now, we had 12 attempts to 65, 2 on target, touches in the opposition box 14 to 17, and corners 8 to 1. So we did have chances, not maybe as many as Man City.
No, we had more on target.
65% to 35% possession, but I think there's no doubt in saying that we had the clearer cut chances.
Definitely that due chance first half, the opportunity so we had to square it. I want to see the 4-4-2 come back because I think Crouch doesn't deserve to be truly dropped, and I think Berrino has to play up front with somebody, and that's only going to happen in 4-4-2.
Do you want to see that be Crouch then?
Say again?
Do you want to see that be Crouch?
Yeah,
Do you want to see that tried out?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. Crouch and Berrino will work. It will work really, really well. But knowing Hughes, the next game, he'll chuck in a completely different formation. It'll be 5-3-20, so God knows. God knows.
Well, at half time I predicted a 0-0.
You did,
And I
mate.
should have bet on it.
Yeah, you did. You nailed it.
Speaking of bets, I had Barca -2, that's come in, Dortmund minus a couple, and just the Stoke games let me down.
But you're all right. You'll take that, won't you?
I'll take it.
You'll take it, 'cause we did all
I'll
right.
take the point.
We did all
Some
right.
more comments. Ian Price says it's about time we look better with 4-4-2. Got the formation with players like Arnie. He says Ernie, but I guess he means Arnie to come in. No bandwagon Manchester supporters and carry on in Australia today. Come on, Potters. Lynn Hackney man was back, says brilliant performance, good result. A lot of people just praising the team effort today, and it was a team effort.
It was good, like, we really dug in today, and like I say, I'm just glad we've not capitulated. It sounds a bit pessimistic that, but the amount of times we've gone to places like Man City this year and got absolutely battered, and I just feel thankful that the season's we're gonna dig our heels in for the rest of the season, because we've got some tough games coming like this, and if this is the formation tactics we can put into them games, I feel a lot more optimistic.
Another positive tonight, Sobby was brilliant again.
Good one,
As Kieran Down says.
Yeah, I've said it so many times I'm boring myself, and I'm probably boring people listening, but it's not just about his attacking play as well. He's so mature for a 20-year-old.
He works back.
He doesn't play the silly ball. He doesn't try and take a man on in a silly position like maybe Shaq would. He really is. He's such an exciting prospect. It's class. Really good.
There was comments that came from King FUT, the Egyptian sort of fan site, news site this week. This week, I say today, that said Sobby has got to become the best player at Stoke before he can move on.
Yeah, 100%.
And could you see a move for Sobby to a bigger club?
I mean, we've not got too much to go on really, but I think off the basis of his performance against Middlesbrough and his few cameos, he's certainly gonna, if he can maintain that, he's gonna go forward, isn't he? Definitely, but run before he can walk. I mean, let's get him established in the Stoke team, playing well.
First of all, he's got to nail down a place when Orny and Shaq are fit.
Back, yeah, and for that matter, Shaq would not get back in that team at the moment. Not at all. I don't know what he would do.
While Stoke was going on and we were glued to a 0-0 draw, there was the small matter of a Barcelona game. James is off now. See you later, James. There was the small matter of a Barcelona game, and we were glued to Stoke 0-0.
Potentially one of the most epic Champions League games of the past decade, maybe. Just to our left, but we were fixated on this glorious 0-0. It was right in front of us, and there must have been about, I don't know, 300 people in there, and everyone was watching the Barcelona game, and it was just me and Al fixated on the Stoke 0-0. It was great, loved it.
And we were surprised to see a few people in here cheered the Stoke result as it came in.
I know, it sounded like this from down here though, so I can only assume that's a Chelsea fan or
just someone celebrating Manchester City's misery.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
So we go into the next game now, which is Chelsea at home next weekend. After Cheltenham.
Yeah.
Can't wait for a bit of Cheltenham, me. So, do you go for the 4-4-2 again?
I don't know.
Let us know in the comments.
I think
do you stick with 4-4-2?
I think so, because I think it's important to not have a one-size-fits-all formation for the Prem. When you're going to be playing a team that's going to sit back, naturally you'll be more attacking. When you play a decent team like Chelsea, you do have to adapt. So yeah, I would, definitely.
And would you change John Walters or keep
I'd bring Crouchy back in.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah. I thought John played well tonight.
How do you think Berahino did tonight?
I thought he was good, yeah. I thought he was good. He was sensible with the ball, he was strong. He really worked hard, which was a potential worry when he came in. I thought he was really, really good. And I so want to see Crouch and Berahino.
Yeah?
Definitely, yeah.
Big man, small man?
Big man, small man,
Crouch's new Defoe?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Lucas Marshall says definitely need a 4-4-2 all the way. And George Goldie says another draw would be nice. Would you take another draw?
Against Chelsea? I mean, I would naturally, but our mate...
At home we usually do quite well.
Yeah, we do. Our mate James made a good point to the left of us. I mean, yeah, we can dig our heels and go for a draw, but what is Stoke from going forward? Just mid-table forever? So we might as well go for it, haven't we? If that causes us to lose, so what? I don't know. We might as well.
Rather go for the win, rather than just sit back and go for the draw at home.
Yeah, there's only so much enjoyment we can get out of mid-table forever, so we might as well go for it now. It's Chelsea.
We were speaking about the Barca game as well. Interestingly enough, Sergio Roberto scored the winner. Stoke target.
Yeah. I don't know what he was thinking. He should have come to Stoke. He messed up.
Why is he not playing in a Man City 0-0 draw over a 6-1 win against PSG?
He's completely fucked up there, and he knows that. When he sees the Stoke Man City score, when he checks after this game, he'll be gutted. Yeah. He'll be heartbroken.
He'll be fuming, that lad.
What could have been?
Some more questions. Do keep firing in your questions on the live stream, because we will answer them, and you'll be on the podcast as well. Whoa, I've got to change on the screen here. Bradley Cope says 4-4-2 works so well, why change it against top of the table? Kieran Downs says it would work brilliantly against Chelsea. Cole Marsden says it's a great point, which it is.
Yeah.
Alex Jenkinson says he still wants to see Shaq as a number 10.
Yeah. I'm more than happy to give that a go if he's ever fit.
Have we ever done it yet? Have we ever done it before?
I think if he's ever found himself in that number 10 position, he's kind of just floated in there, and maybe he's been told just to stick himself. I don't think he's ever officially played that position for Stoke, but a few times he's wandered there and he's looked all right. But he needs to be fit first. It's not really a debate until he's fit, and at the moment you just wouldn't have a clue. So no, not at the moment.
Some more comments. Russell Smith says Crouch and Berahino partnership maybe agrees.
Well said, Russell.
Mike Devlin says totally agree. Going for it from here on in may lead to a defeat or two, but it's good. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Ian John Malla says get in, what a result. Darren Jackson also says he wants to see Shaq at 10. Lee Fulcher says leave Mbula at the stadium.
I mean,
It wasn't that bad, was it?
Well, no. I mean, he didn't have anything to do really. I mean, I literally cannot pass comment on Mbula based on that. But something's obviously not right with Mbula. And you know what? This time last year, he destroyed Chelsea.
He did. This time last year, he had Chelsea's pants down.
Yeah.
When he come on tonight, me and you said something. He looked a bit
He
pudgy.
looks a bit podgy, didn't he? He looked like Palacios.
Let us know in the comments. Did Mbula look a little bit rotund?
Did he look very similar to
I thought he did.
ex-Stoke midfielder Wilson Palacios? Because that's exactly what I thought when he come on. But you know what? I need to be careful with Sobey for that matter, because this time last year I was bigging up Mbula to be the next big thing, and it's obviously not worked out. So hopefully Sobey keeps his head down, doesn't drop off.
I mean, going back to the 4-4-2 discussion, which is what a lot of people are saying in the comments. Dan Oleksik said 4-4-2 surely has a future. Andrew Bailey says we look good tonight. 4-4-2 actually worked for us. Play next year and win the league with it. Which isn't... it is a mad comment, but it's not such a mad... It's what Leicester did it with. 4-4-2 over the top. It's worked for Leicester last year. Obviously it's not working so great for them. Well, it wasn't until they sacked Ranieri, but you know, we've seen success from other teams and also around Europe using 4-4-2.
Yeah, I think 4-4-2's got an unfair stigmatism at the moment, like it's some old hat formation, but it still works. I mean, like say Leicester won the league from it, there's no reason it should just be dropped like it's unfashionable. And bar the odd game here and there, this 4-3-3 thing, I don't really like it for Stoke. We played well against Borough, but on the whole, a 4-4-2 man all day. Yeah.
So it looks like a lot of people have got their hearts set on 4-4-2 now.
Yeah.
Alex Hewer says shout me out. There's his shout out. Andrew Bailey says I would take winning the league and sacking Hughes. Kieran Down says Mbula looked a bit fat.
Yeah, he
looks
did.
a bit fat. But
He's had nothing to do, has he?
but with more time, he'll get back into the squad and be the player
hope
we've
so.
paid 18 million for. But will he though? Because it seems that Hughes is dead set on selling him this summer. Is the time in the 10 or 11 games remaining for him to do that?
Probably not. The problem with Mbula is, yeah, his form dipped a little bit, but I don't think it ever truly dropped enough to be dropped as much as he has done. Do you know what I mean? He can't get back in the team at the moment. It's similar to Bojan, really. I don't think he's played that poor that he shouldn't feature a little bit. I think something's gone behind the scenes. I don't think Hughes, the management team, like his attitude or something's not clicking, and I think that's enough for them to want him out. Irrelevant to football ability or potential football ability.
He said this week about Marseille, return to Marseille, and he said, he's not gonna talk about it now, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, something's happened behind the scenes really, and Hughes is obviously not right with Summit, so it's a shame.
Andy Wright says shout you out. There you go, Andy. Rupert Goff says Sobby is the consistent version of Shaqiri.
Yeah,
I don't think they're similar type of players.
I think he could potentially be the consistent version of Arnie. He's a similar player, not stupidly quick, but quite tall and strong.
I think it's more similar to Arnie than he is Shaq.
Yeah, but he tracks a bit more than Arnie, which is a nice bonus.
Speaking of Mbula putting on weight, Andy Bull says Crouch has put on height.
Impossible. You can't get any taller than that. He's peaked.
When do you stop growing?
Crouch just stop growing, definitely. He'll shrink from now on.
Don Wizzo says pretty much what was happening with us. He says apparently a miracle's happened tonight somewhere in Spain, but he wasn't watching. Neither were we.
No, we weren't.
We put a picture on the page and we were glued to a classic 0-0.
Yeah, I stand by that decision. I wouldn't have it any other way. If it's Stoke on the telly, I don't care what else is on. That's what I
New
watch.
Camp miracle for the quarters of the Champions League?
Yeah.
Or a 0-0 against Man City with a point for the Potters?
0-0 for the Potters all day, any day.
I know it will take. Glenn Watkins says, so what is our aim for the rest of the season? Oh, we've got some glass collections at midway. What are our aims for the rest of the season?
Just wait for him to move.
We're just having some random glass collection going on. We're doing a live stream here, mate.
I think our aim for the rest of the season is to not be afraid against the bigger teams, because I know we've got a few left. Make sure we pick up 3 points against the lesser teams, which we are doing, and it will give us the flexibility. I think, what are we now, 4 points behind West Brom?
I'm not too sure.
I think we're 4 points behind them. I know they've got a game in hand now, but yeah, fuck it. Let's go for West Brom. That's the baseline
just
target.
get above West Brom.
That's the baseline target. I mean, they are a few points ahead.
Because
still.
to carry on from that point from Glenn Watkin, he says, should we be blooding in some youngsters?
I mean, Campbell obviously is doing it in the FA Youth Cup. If you're going to blood anyone,
we're 4 points off West Brom.
Yeah, 4 points off West Brom.
They've got a game in hand.
They've got a game. My core aim for us this season, quite simply, is get to 8. A reasonable ask, but I think it's doable. I think we're in some decent form. It's doable.
It's doable. Callum Thompson says, all praise Lord Juve. He did have a great game
Juve was
tonight.
wicked today. I'm really confused with
I wish
Juve
he'd have
now.
put that chance away
Yeah,
early on.
I think he did well to get to it, but I'm really confused with Juve now. I don't know where he should be going forward, because striker, it's probably not him, if truth be told. I don't know, he's a midfielder now, is he?
Who?
Juve.
It looks like it. He's just relegated himself to the midfield.
Yeah, but I think he looks decent. I think he looks a better footballer in midfield than he does up front.
He never seemed to be really cutting it as a striker.
No, he didn't.
He wasn't clinical enough.
Play well there.
Speaking, Bradley Cope says Juve was his man of the match.
Yeah, I agree. Ryan was good as well.
Robert Mills says, back to the 4-4-2 point. He says, I love the 4-4-2, but what about Boney and Sado up front? Boney's pretty much this forgotten man.
I don't know. I mean,
would you still prefer Crouch over Boney? I would.
Yeah, probably. I mean, Boney, I don't know what happened there. I thought he was playing all right. He had a shaky-ish game here and there, and suddenly he was bombed out of the squad. I think, again, it goes further than his footballing ability. Hughes doesn't like him. Something's happened. He was having a bit of a bitch in the media the other day. I don't think Boney will have any more impact on Stoke. Done.
You think he's done?
Yeah, he's done.
Bar any injury crisis?
Yeah, he's done. Crouch and Menahino, the 4-4-2, that is what I want.
Right, we're going to end it there.
Wrap it up.
We're going to wrap it there. That has been your live stream if you're watching on the Facebook after the game. It's also been the Bear Pit Pod. Make sure you go and subscribe to us on iTunes, Acast. Go and watch this again on YouTube. Have I missed any? SoundCloud.
That's the one.
Go and follow it all. Craig, if you can go hit finish, and we will see you all later. You got to hit finish, Craig.
We meant to.